Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another one. Welcome to the Night Talk. And I want to talk about some new internet drama that happened this week. And so, what happened? I figured we're going to do some Pokemon news, kind of get back into the Pokemon style videos. And so, there was a guy that bought a base set booster box for $20,000. And he bought it off a guy. This is what I want to say. Like, seriously, if you're really afraid about losing sums of money and like it just scares you, the Pokemon business is probably not for you. Like, I really want to just explain that it's not an easy thing to do. It seems easy. Everybody sees everyone make shit tons of money and just think it's easy. It honestly isn't as easy as it looks. But anyway, I digress. So the guy buys a $20,000 base set box. Let's say this is a base set box. And right now, base set is trading for $30,000. So he already got a great deal on it for 20 grand. And this is a vendor, by the way. And he felt like the box was fake. And he made a video calling out the guy that sold him the box. And I want to know what you guys would do in this situation. What do you think's fair in this situation? Because what went down, I don't think is very fair to the seller. So he made a video saying he thinks the seller's a scammer and all this shit. And the guy literally showed up to this meeting. And apparently the guy that bought the box like missed his flight to have this debate of the box being fake. The guy offered him a $15,000 refund. Then he offered him a $19,000 refund if the box was fake. But apparently they did the refund anyway. So they open up the box and it's real. And the guys that bought it was like, if you shook it around, he's like, it sounded like there were bulk cards in there and not a sealed box. And so they ended up ripping the guy's box open. So if you were the seller, okay, like, because a lot of you guys don't put yourself in the seller's situation, I would be fucking furious. First of all, the guy got a good deal to begin with. So what happened was he refunded him the 19 grand and kept his booster box, but now it's opened. And that hurts the value a lot. I mean, tremendously. Like, that's probably like a $5,000 loss, $6,000 loss. And he refunded the guy 19 grand, which I wouldn't have did. If it was real, I definitely wouldn't have refunded him. And he went and met him by himself. And like, he's like, I don't even have to be here, man. Like, I could just have took your money and just left, you know? And like this like little Asian kid almost cried. He's like, ugh. He's like, but whatever, man. I'll do 19. Like, okay, let's open the fucking box. So they opened up the box, and like I said, it was real. So I don't know how he was shaking a box around, and you hear like the cards move around because like listen. Do you hear any cards move around in that box? Like, this is a real box. You know what I mean? Like, it should have been so fucking obvious that the base set box was real that someone like myself, I guarantee I could have walked up to that box and authenticated it and definitely would have been able to tell if it was sealed or not just by doing a slight shake to see that there were not bulk cards in it. Now, could it have been resealed? Yeah, okay, that's a risk a lot of us take while buying Pokemon. I mean, literally, these packs inside here could possibly be resealed. Are they? No. But it is a gamble we all take. But it's like at the same time, the guy offered no, like after he got refunded the money, the guy offered not giving him any money back. And so essentially this guy lost $1,000 selling to him. And now he has an open base set booster box. In my opinion, since the box is 30 grand now, sealed, that guy should have gave him like the seller another 10K. In my honest opinion. And even that would have been like you wasted the dude's time. You weren't very professional, and you were just like a little bitch about it, man. And if you're a little bitch about shit, you should not be buying $20,000 booster boxes, or $10,000 booster boxes. Like, and if you're wrong about it, you should be paying the person that you wasted their time and their money, and you should compensate them, in my opinion. Like, that's just the way of the road, in my opinion, of how it should be done. How this went down, if I was the seller, I would be so fucking mad. And the guy, yeah, I got called out in the comments. People said I would never sell to you. That's a fucking scummy move. And the guy that bought it clearly had money. Like, he was a vendor. And it's just like, wow, you're going to do like that. Like, he sold you a legit box, came back to verify it for you, and you're going to leave him down $1,000 in with an open box. Like, I don't know, man. I would be pissed. And I'm saying that you do have that trouble sometimes selling, that when you sell to someone, make sure that, like, they understand, like, dude, I'm not doing a fucking refund. That I'm selling you the fucking box. It's legit. Like, take it or leave it. If you don't, like, in his case, he could have sold that base set box to anyone for 20 grand. I would have bought it for like 23 grand, and anyone would have bought it. So he already gave dude an incredible deal that it should have just been a take it or leave it deal, because like, this vendor was going to make 10 grand. And meanwhile, if the same thing would happen with that vendor, damn well he'd have been like, oh, you're stuck with it, bro. Sorry. Like, you can't operate like that, man. Like, you kind of got to operate like there's a rule of law in Pokemon, and the rules of law in Pokemon are just don't rip people off, don't scam people, and just don't be a douchebag. Don't cost people money. Don't cost people their time. It's just fucking, it's not right. So let me know what you would do in the situation. But yeah, I'm glad to see a lot of the community went with the seller on this one, saying that, yeah, like, you should have gave him some 5 grand minimum for his time, like his box pack and 5K minimum should have been how that went down. But let me know what you think about that. If you were the seller, if how pissed you would be. I know I would be fucking furious. But yeah, like, let me know how you would deal with that situation, how fair you think that is, and yeah, so that's how that went down. And yeah, it was a big yikes, and the guy lost a lot of subscribers for making the video. I'm surprised he even put it on the internet, but either way, that's what went down, and it's just, yeah, it's really messed up. And yeah, in my opinion, in the market, you gotta have some balls, and if you don't have the balls to risk 20 grand and stuff like that, don't do that. Like, just stay in the kiddie pool and buy like 151 UPCs and stuff. Like, don't be buying heavy duty boxes if you're not really prepared for the consequences of it being real and fake. And just don't waste people's time. I understand people don't want to be scammed. I do get that, but at the same time, you got to have the respect for the guy that sold it to you. Like, he wasn't a scammer at all, and he let you off very easy on that situation, that you really should have been taxed like 5 to 10 grand for wasting his time and causing him just a bunch of extra hassle. Like, and that's some things you do face in the Pokemon community. I recommend to just not sell to like douchey people, preferably, but that's tough to do nowadays. But yeah, I'm just saying, I would be furious. Like, if someone bought my team up box and they were just like, "Oh, bro, I don't know if it's real or not. Like, let's crack it open and see." Like, no, dude, you're not doing that. So, really, what the seller probably should have did was just refund the money and just kept the box and sold it to someone else. But I'm sure he was frustrated and pissed that his reputation was questioned, and wanted to prove to the guy on the spot then and there that he was fucking wrong. But either way, I just think it's a slimy thing to do on the buyer's side. And not very often do we hear about the buyers being douches. And yeah, like I said, some of the buyers do some of this weird shit a lot, and they just want to steal shit. Most of them, like this kid, he was just like wanting to buy a base set box for 20 grand so he can just turn around and sell it for 30 grand, which is just like so like easy and stupid money. But it is what it is. But yeah, I think there were a lot of ways that could have been handled differently. Like, they could have easily just refunded the 20K and just kept the box sealed. That's what I probably would have did, and then just resold it to someone else that wasn't stupid. But either way, I mean, you get pissed because you have some little punk calling out your reputation saying you sell fake boxes, and you're like, you know what, motherfucker? Like, I'll prove it to you. I don't even care if it costs me fucking 5 grand. Fuck it. You were wrong, bitch. You know what I mean? And I give the guy props, but he definitely shouldn't let him off that easy. Like, you wanted to take the risk buying something that you're gonna make 10 grand on. So yeah, since you were wrong about it and a little douche about it, yeah, in my opinion, you should lose 10 grand for that. Like, just my opinion on the matter. It could be a little bit strict. Some of you may disagree with me in the comment sections on my opinion of it, but I don't know. Let me know what you would do. I would be pissed. I would be fucking furious because he was already gonna make 10K off you, and it's like when he thinks it might be fake, he just wants a refund, and now he has you down 1,000, and now your box is open. That's just dirty work. But anyway, that's pretty much all we have for this one. I just wanted to discuss it on this channel. See what a lot of your opinions are. What would you do in this situation? Would you have negotiated it different? Would you have maybe just not sold to such a little douchey vendor, like a little punk? Or would you have just gave him his money back, maybe just gave him my box back? I don't know. That's what, like I said, that's what I probably would have did. Would have been like just, but sometimes you get heated up in the moment and you're like, motherfucker, I know it's real, but this all could have been avoided with just getting an expert in Pokemon, and that is why it is important to have an expert that knows their shit in the Pokemon community when you're doing $20,000 to $30,000 deals. Sometimes it is actually worth it to pay someone like myself or like other people the extra $20 to come over, or a vendor, like give them $10, tip them to come over and look at your boxes and be like, is this real? And do you think this is resealed? And get their opinion. Like if you're dropping 20 grand, it's just like having a little bit of insurance, getting a professional to help you. And I mean, it will help you with grading your cards, if you should sell them or not. Like, you should really like look into getting people's services, especially if you are in like a big amount of money in Pokemon. That if you have like $100,000 collection or a $30,000 collection that maybe you found in your attic, you should definitely seek a professional to advise you on what to do. It's just like a divorce. It's just like a tax relief service. It's just like any other service. A home inspector. It's the same thing. You should, and honestly, not be afraid to hire someone and pay them if they truly know what they're talking about. Like, if they're like a reputable source like myself, like, that's gonna just tell you straight up what your shit's worth. They're worth paying, because you can either sell your stuff too cheap or just end up in a really bad situation where you lose a shit ton of money. So yeah, that's why it's important to get an expert for these type of deals, because anyone like myself would have walked over to the box and we would have been like, would have shook it, been like, I don't hear any cards shuffling around. These seem like all packs. And we would have did our usual, inspection. Maybe would have pushed the top of the box down to see if we seen packs in there. And that would have pretty much been it. The vintage boxes don't have